Alright, what's going on everybody? So today's video, I'm mainly just going to be going over why you guys are still struggling at defending and how to fix it. Most of the topics that I'm going to discuss today are more principle based versus mechanics, just because obviously we have FC27 around the corner. So I want this video to be usable and still helpful for you guys when that new game comes out versus just, oh, it's going to be good for like the month of FC26 and then when you try doing this stuff in FC27, it doesn't work and it's completely pointless, right? So I'm going to just go over three main things that I think you guys need to learn when it comes to defending and understanding certain things that will help you defend not just more consistently, but more stable as well. So I have a couple clips that I'm going to go over and I'll see you guys in the first one. All right, so in this first clip here, I just lost the ball and he's trying to counterattack me. So notice the first thing I do is I move my CDM into the middle, right? I'm not pressing him because right now he has a couple people running in behind. So I don't want to just get my CDM out of position to just, if he beats me with one touch, now all of a sudden he's right on my back line with two extra runners plus Eusebio, right? We don't want that. So I want to keep my CDM just as far back as I can possible, right? I switch off for a second just because I see his Pfeiffer is running way faster, right? Like it looks like she was triggered. I don't know for sure, but I just want to track that in case he plays it. And he does actually play it. So me tracking that for an extra second got me that extra distance to get that ball off that over the top, right? So the main thing here is what I want you guys to realize is when you first lose the ball, you want to get your CDM somewhere in this middle zone, right? A lot of my students, I tell them that this is called the Queen's Pocket, right? And I call this the Queen's Pocket because if you have someone in here, you can realistically defend almost anything just because of the versatility of being in the middle and so close to the center backs and how the nature of most attacks in this game originate through the middle or just somehow pass through the middle, right? If they want to go left to right, they have to go through the middle. If they want to do reset ball, they reset to the middle, right? If they want to play their striker, it's got to go through the middle, right? For the first time through the ball. So marking the striker slash being in this sort of Queen's pocket is super useful and essential to defending in this game. Now, I'm not saying you hold your CDM the whole time and run around like a headless chicken, right? Because that's not going to work next year. When I played the beta, it was really apparent that this worked a little bit, right? Being a little CDM rat, it worked a little bit, but it's nowhere near as effective as it is this year, just because the way the AI defends is not as smart as the previous years, right? Like especially 25 as well. 25, the AI was ridiculous, but you still can hold this position because playing through the striker is still really good in terms of attacking in 27. So cutting this off, there is still a lot of benefit, right? But notice, I only hold the CDM till I notice a runner, right? The minute I see a runner, I right stick switch off my CDM to the left back to track this run. The minute he plays it, and it gets me that little separation that I need so Skriniar can beat her on this over the top through ball, right? So the main thing I want you guys to understand here, we track the middle until we see a runner, right? So whenever I lose the ball, I immediately just check, is she triggered? Is his left wing triggered? Etc. Right? Even if he's triggered back here, I'll use the CDM till he gets around close to my left back. Then I'll switch to my left back and recover the left back more, right? So all I'm doing is just holding the middle, scanning for runners. Because right now, even though he has the ball here, he's not a threat. The only threat he really poses is runners in behind, whether it's a small through ball into Messi just to progress the ball to this side, or down here to Mane if he wants to do an L1X pass, right? All these little things I'm looking at while I'm moving the CDM back, right? So the key things you want to do, move the CDM back while you track runners with your eyes first. Don't track them yet. If you see someone gaining a lot of speed, right, like his Pfeiffer's lengthy, I know I need to switch quick, right? So I run back, and then that gets me that little separation. He plays it a little early, but again, right, I didn't think he was actually going to play it because he saw me switch. But like I said, I switched off because I knew like I had covered it. So if he played it right then, I probably would have. I you guys see right there, I got the ball. So if he had waited like till she was here again, right? Let's say he didn't play the ball and she's still running, I would have switched again, just because I really want to make sure I track that runner just in case. Even if he gets all this space down here, it's fine because I can still run the CDM back. But the main thing I'm trying to do here is just hold the CDM while I look for runners. The minute I see a runner, I right stick switch to them, track that run until I know it's no longer an option, and then I switch back to the CDM to hold the middle. Okay, so that's the first principle. Hold the CDM while you look for runners. The minute you see a runner, track the runner with right stick switching, and then switch back to the CDM. So I have another clip that'll go into a different topic that I want to talk about, and it'll be a little bit more in terms of just like holding the middle and being a little bit more passive. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so in this clip here, right, I lose the ball in a pretty safe situation in terms of like he's not too close to my net or anything. But notice, right, I'm waiting. There's no runners, so I can hold the center backs, right? I'm waiting. I see Pfeiffer gets triggered. That's fine, right? I'm a little too aggressive, but notice I'm aggressive with the intent of player switching. So even though I'm aggressive with my CDM here, I know, right, that this is probably the pass he's going to play. So I switch to VVD to cut off this pass, right? See how I do that, right? Obviously, I lose the ball again because I was spamming tackle, but notice, right? I switch to VVD before that pass is played manually, right? You guys can see my right stick, right? I flick it, and then I switch to VVD, and he gets me the ball, right? Because he's playing it too early. So same thing, right? I know he doesn't really have that many options, and he's sprinting right at me. So in this kind of a situation where we have 1, 2, 3, 4 around Messi who just started sprinting, I know I can be aggressive and go for this ball, right? You see, if he ball rolls or does a skill move, it's not going to work just because I'm already covering this ground so quickly and it allows me to get the ball back. So right here, in terms of cutting the passing lane, I cut it off early just because if he plays it over the top here, Torre will still get it, or I can recover with VVD, right? It's not really a good idea for him to play this ball just because VVD is so much better than Messi in the air, obviously. So I know most likely this is going to be on the ground. So I switch to VVD and get right in front immediately. I don't play passive. I don't want him to have the ball here because realistically, let's say even if he did get the ball here, he has to play one time up, right? So I'd still be in a good position to bring the CDMs back. So that's pretty much explaining how I cut off passing lanes when I'm aggressive with my CDMs, because you can defend aggressively in this game. But like I said before, you need to know what gaps you're leaving and which option you're leaving open. If you know that you're purposely leaving the striker open when you press and you see that he beats you, you got to be fully prepared to switch right away. So then you can immediately go and cut off that passing lane. Like, see my right stick, I flicked it immediately after he turned me, just so I could get into VVD's space and cut off the passing lane manually. Right? So again, main thing we want to do, if we leave space, we want to know who we're leaving open and be prepared to player switch to the man marking that guy open and then cut off that passing lane. So I'll see you guys in the third clip, which will explain the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of how to defend in FC26 and all FCs in the coming years. Okay, so in this last clip, I lose the ball, right? It's a counterattack for him. Notice how I don't have much space. So I'm switching to the closest CDM to that queen's pocket, right? I switch to Job, and I'm just recovering him first, right? I'm kind of aggressive just to apply a little bit of pressure to make him do a pass. But notice, right? I'm a little aggressive again with Torre, but I still switch back to Job, and I'm just recovering, right? Holding this queen's pocket. Look, it's a triangle the entire time, right? Holding that middle, second man press, and you get the ball, right? So all I'm doing there is I'm just holding the middle. Notice, right? You can't really do much while I'm holding the middle. Yes, I'm aggressive here, right? And even if he played this pass quickly, he's still too wide that I don't have to go out to him. I can just go straight, right? So look, again, I'm holding the middle with Joe because I'm prepared for this pass. Right now, again, even though there's a lot of space here, he can't take that space quick enough before I get there, right? I turn on team press as well, so he doesn't get any last minute reset ball passes or ping passes into the box, and we defend that very nicely. So for this one, again, it's just about holding the middle. You do team press, right? Notice how I do team press the minute he goes out to the wing, right? When he's in this spot, because I don't want him to get a ping pass into the box from the middle, right? So it's very important that we cut that off, and we defend that really well. So that's how pretty much I defend in FC26. Like I said, if you guys are looking for any one-on-one coaching, make sure to join the Discord link down below. You guys can book a free call with me just to understand if you think FC26 or FC coaching in general is right for you. I'm really excited to meet you guys, and hopefully you guys will join and have a lot of fun getting coached. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Leave some feedback in the comments below on how I can make these videos better, or if this content helped you, I'd love to hear it. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.